Hey you guys, welcome back to my YouTube. Today we are going to some museums, doing some exploring, and then I am heading out to a rooftop bar later this afternoon. Just thought I'd bring you with me for a couple days. It's Tuesday today. I leave New York on Sunday. So I've still got a few days to explore. So I thought I'd take you with me today and we'll see how we go. So we're going to the Guggenheim Museum. I'm sorry if I'm pronouncing that wrong. And then I'm going to the Met and then the Metropolitan Museum. And then yeah, that should be my day. It's 10:40. I've started this morning with yoga again. It's a good way to start the day. And I did like a yin yoga stretching class at 8:30. But since I haven't woken up before 9, it was a bit of a challenge. I haven't woken up before 9 in like a week or two. I really was glad that it was a yin class and not like a super intense class, because yin classes you basically just close your eyes and sit in a stretched pose, which is kind of hard and uncomfortable. But when you're so tired, it's really nice to be able to close your eyes. And then my outfit of the day is my new skirt, this top, and then I'm gonna wear these sneakers. And I'm going full tourist mode by bringing a backpack because I want to be able to bring like a bottle of water and a jumper, and it's just easier. I'm actually thinking of doing the on and off bus tour of the city, because even though I've been to New York a fair few times, I feel like it's still a cool thing to do and there's still things that I haven't seen. If you don't know me, my name is Zoe. I'm 22. I live in Australia, but I'm currently on my post-graduating university world tour. I'm in the US right now, obviously, and then I head to Europe, and then I'm gonna settle down in London in September and live abroad for a bit. I'm from Australia, if you can't tell by my accent. And yeah, I'm ready to go. Let's head to the museums. Guggenheim Museum, and I've just left the Met as well. So I've done like so much walking around. I've decided that I love going to museums alone because you can sort of stand at whatever you want to stand at and read, and you can basically just take as much or as little time as you want, which I guess is the benefits of solo traveling. I think I love the Guggenheim Museum because it was all about like war and peace. It had a lot of, actually one that I really stood out to me was they had a whole bunch of, I think it was like metal sheets, and it was like either inscribed or engraved all of Donald Trump's tweets. So I thought that was really funny. Now I'm on Park Avenue. I'm walking to Lexington, where my aunt has her dress shop. So I'll give you a sneak peek into her lovely designer dresses. And then I'm going to a rooftop bar later today. It's been a lovely, lovely day. It's super warm as well, which is so nice. walking home. Once again, I hope you can hear me because city noise is crazy. It's like 11 o'clock. I sort of forgot to film the restaurants we stopped off at, but I will tell you all about it once I am back inside, because I'm just about to get to my apartment. So I'll see you there. I am exhausted. I met my cousin at her mum's shop, my auntie's dress shop. My uncle, her dad, drove us to West Village. I believe we were in the West Village, the west side basically. And then we got drinks at this rooftop called like STK or something. So we like got a couple of drinks at happy hour. I got some oysters, which was really yummy. We then went to Serafina's again, which I mentioned in the last video, which is just reliable, good Italian. From there, took a cab, actually before Serafina's, we went to the little island, which is super cool. So the little island is like this man-made park on water. It's like super cute, super green. They do concerts there. And so we just walked around at sunset. It was super, super hot today. It was like 33 degrees or something ridiculous. So when we were at the rooftop, we were like sweating because the sun was setting. So it was like beaming down on us. And then we went back to our stomping ground, the Upper East Side. We went to this bar called the Big Bar or something. It's actually French. So I got some frites, some fries. There was escargot on the menu. I was really intrigued because I have had it before, but like at least 7 or 8 years ago. But I got a Cosmo, very Sex and the City of me. So yeah, it's like 11 o'clock now. I've literally been out since what, like 10:30? So I've been out for 12 hours. Would anyone like to know the steps I did today? I did, any guesses on the number of steps I did? It is a whopping 20,000. Anyway, you get the gist. I did a lot of steps. It's been a happening day, which we love. I don't like not knowing what I'm going to do tomorrow. So I'm a little like, ooh, because I feel like when I don't know, then it turns into a slow day and then I don't do that much. But I've got tomorrow night plans, so that's good. So I'm going to make something happen. Either way, I want to do a yoga class because tomorrow is the last day of my free trial for my free week. I'm going to sadly have to say bye to my yoga tomorrow. So good night and I'll see you in the morning. Okay, you guys, I am going to vlog today. It is Wednesday, the 19th of June. I'm gonna vlog because I'm doing a bus tour and I want to talk about it, and I want to, if you don't know what it is, I like want to explain it to you because I've just figured it out. Whilst bus tours are like super touristy and kind of cringe, I think they're a good way when you first get to a city to sort of get your bearings of where you are. I have not done it yet and I'm almost at the end of my trip, so I'm not really following by my own created rule. I've just found this company. It's called Big Bus Tours. I have the app on my phone and there's a bunch of cities that you can do it from. So Berlin, Boston, Budapest, Chicago, Dubai, Dublin, Hong Kong, Las Vegas, London, LA, Madrid, Miami, Muscat, New York, Paris, Prague, Rome, San Francisco, Singapore, Sydney, Vienna, and Washington, D.C. And while it is super cringe and super touristy, I really do think it's going to be really cool. I'm going to like get to know the city really well, see it from a different perspective. So the New York tours, there's a uptown and a downtown loop. Basically, it's called an on and off bus tour. So the on and off kind of indicates that you can get on at whatever stop and get off at whatever stop. I'm gonna ride the whole loops each way, and I can tell you how long each loops are because it just told me. So the downtown loop, which is highlighted in red, it comes every 15 minutes and the tour duration is 90 minutes. And they also have commentary, like pre-recorded commentary. So once I'm on the bus, I'll let you know how that is. And I obviously want to sit on the top deck, so it'll be interesting to see if if you can hear the commentary upstairs. The red route, so that's the downtown loop. I can tell you a couple of stops. It stops at Bryant Park, Empire State Building, which at the moment has a dragon on it as a marketing promotion for House of Dragon. They indicate down the bottom, like for example, if you wanted to get off, what you could do at that stop. But I think I'm just going to stay on the whole time. Now, the Uptown Loop is 75 minutes, frequency every 30 minutes. So I'm going to have to time that one a little bit better. So that goes to Hope Sculpture, Bryant Park again, Midtown East, which is where I am, which is probably where I will get on that bus. The Met, Central Park Zoo, which I don't think I've actually been to. So it's a shorter loop, but it's still like a 75-minute trip. So basically the different passes you can buy is this one, which is really pointless, I think. There's like the Discovery ticket, and it says only for the downtown loop. I think for most people you want to do downtown and uptown. So to do that you have to get the essential ticket. But the weird thing is it says it's on sale, but once I go to check out it gets rid of the sale, but the sale's like $5, so that's okay. And then there is a Explore ticket 2 days, which gives you 2 days access. So you can get a 2-day pass for $97 USD. And then also available is a night tour, which is a 2-hour tour, which could be cool. Then you can do a Brooklyn immersion tour, which is like Dumbo walking tour, which I can't remember if I mentioned, but I went to Dumbo the other day with my aunt, which is in Brooklyn. Oh, they do like a chocolate tasting, but yeah, no. So that is the rundown for this bus tour. I hope that was like helpful, and I'm literally sitting in bed in my pajamas. I'm gonna book this for today, so you'll get to see a little bit of what I am gonna do. Yeah, so it's $82, so that's like what, 130 Australian dollars. So it's definitely not cheap. I think it's kind of worth it. I mean, to be confirmed. I just bought my ticket and I can confirm my Aussie to US calculations are really good. It was $124. So you just, I assume, scan this QR code when you get on the bus. Okay, sorry, I'm going through this process, so I just thought I would keep you guys in the loop on how it's showing up for me in the app. In my like manage my booking, you can actually add a day with $20. So that's like kind of clever, because maybe you do the day and you're like, wait, I want to see more. Got my breakfast. I found travel hack again that I think granola and like fruit is a really good travel breakfast when if you're traveling alone and you don't want to like cook stuff. It's still quite healthy. Like yogurt has protein. The only thing it's obviously like perishable, so you need to have a way to refrigerate the yogurt. So you can kind of see where the buses are. So on the map, the City Explorer, it says where, I'm pretty sure that's a live update of where the buses are. Anyway, we'll figure it out together. But yeah, I think this is going to be a really good way for me to figure out the city, figure out where I am. You guys, I'm back from yoga and I look like a tomato because it was the hardest one I've done so far. It was the same class. It just, for whatever reason, the heat was like full on because it's a heated class. So hot. So I've turned the aircon on and now I need to shower, get ready, because I literally sweat out all water I have in me. And then I'm gonna eat some of my leftover Serafina's bolognese and then we're gonna head out. So yeah, let's get ready. literally just had to get off one bus and then get on another one in Times Square, which is like a little annoying. But yeah, I'm like almost at the end. I'm finishing at Bryant Park, and then I'm like so hungry. I'm gonna go to Starbucks and get a frappe. Okay, I'm off the bus and in Bryant Park. So I like spent the whole time on the top deck, like the roof, and it was so hot. I feel like I've sweated so much, but it was really cool. It was really cool to see a different perspective. You like put your headphones in so you can listen to the commentary. Some of the sites that you see, you're not always in like the prime location for it, so that was something. Sometimes like the one of the sites, I forget which one it was, but it was a tower, the one with the dinosaur, with the dragon on it. I'm forgetting what it's called. And that you like saw it for like a split second. So obviously if you want to see some of those things, you need to have a better view. But for most things, you like got a good general view, got a general like gist of what areas and where. And I just stayed on the bus the whole time, but obviously you can hop on and off and see the different sides. But I enjoyed it. It was annoying the last stop I had to get on and then get on another bus. So sometimes it was a little confusing, but for the most part, it was super cool. And I don't know if it's worth $130, but it definitely was a nice way to see the sights, and you just have to embrace that you're like looking like an absolute tourist. So. Okay, it's the end of the vlog time. I am home and I'm going to go to bed. I had a good evening. I went to Brooklyn, to Williamsburg, got some drinks at this really, really cool bar called Fresh Kills Bar. They don't have a menu. You just basically say what kind of drink you like. So you say like what alcohol, what like flavors, and they literally make it for you. First drink, I was like tequila sour, and it was like this like really nice pomegranate. And then my second one, I ordered this like really nice cream gin soda-y thing that I've made myself once before. It's basically, it was called a Ramos Fizz. And then we went to this Mexican place in Upper East Side, literally so close to me. And I got quesadillas that I've got leftovers for, which is a slay because I love leftovers. Anyway, all that to say, my review on the bus tours was, I think it gives you a good bearing. As I said before, it doesn't allow you to see the sights to the fullest extent. But that's because I didn't get off the bus. So if I got off the bus at every stop, I think A, that would take a really long time, but B, then you'd be able to see everything really well. So I guess if you were going to do that, you'd want to do the 2-day bus tour. I also found that it was just so hot on the top deck, and the commentary from the audio, like from the headphones, was like pre-recorded. It wasn't that interesting. I mean, a couple things I was like, oh, okay. When you think about it, like there's no real other way to see all the key sites than doing a bus tour. So in that sense, it's pretty awesome. So we literally did an uptown loop and then the downtown loop, and it was relatively easy. I had to get off. So yeah, it's definitely like a good way to suss out where you'd go back to. So for example, I was like looking out for things that would be new for me. So I was looking for little like museums or cool spots that I'd want to go back to. Like I'd probably want to go back to Battery Point. I'd probably want to go back to the 9/11 museum. So you see the monuments from afar / slightly obstructed because you're on the road. So if you're wanting to properly see things, and you know what you want to see, then I would recommend directly going to those things. But if you have no idea of where you want to go, I think it's a good way to see all the things and then decide where you want to go back to, and you find your little cool spots from there. But you know, it was a good experience. I'm glad I did it. It filled my day. I was quite tired afterwards from just sitting in the heat all day. But you can always sit downstairs, but it's not as cool as the view of all the buildings, and the bus timetable's a little strange, but there tends to be, except for the first stop that I started at, there was like big bus representatives at every stop, so you kind of just ask them and they tell you what's going on, when the next bus is, that kind of thing. It was fairly seamless that I found. So yes, I'd recommend. I think if you've never been to New York before and you have no idea where you want to go, I think it's a good first step. But if you do know where you want to go, I think you could probably go on the website and do all those hotspots on your own and learn through doing those different things, and maybe like choosing an area to do every day or something like that. I'm thinking of maybe there's like it's called a circle tour that one of the doormen recommended for me, and I think it literally takes you, I could be wrong, but all around Manhattan. He said it goes like out the front of the apartments where because I'm like on the water. So he said it goes out there, so I think it might be a whole loop, but either way it's like a 3-hour ferry, so it might not be a whole loop, but it's a loop of some sort. So I might thinking about doing that. I think that's about 50 or 60 USD, so it's a little bit cheaper than this bus. This bus was 80 USD, so roughly 130 AUD. Anyway, I'm gonna stop rambling because I think you've all got enough New York City information from me. Feel free to comment any questions that you have. I mean, I'm obviously not the most knowledgeable, but I have been to the city a fair few times now, so I know a fair amount. So feel free to ask any questions, or if you have any suggestions for me. I'm going to Moulin Rouge tomorrow, which I'm really excited about, and I'll go to dinner before. Sotheby's is a art gallery that my cousin's friend works at, so I might potentially go check out an exhibition. It's open to the public, but it's a bit of a hidden gem, so I might potentially go there. Maybe the Jewish Museum. I want to actually go to MoMA, which is a Museum of Modern Art, which I've been to before, but I kind of want to go again and see what's happening. So yeah, I've got 3 full days in New York. The 4th day I'm flying out in the evening, but I will find things to explore. So anyway, enough talking. I hope you enjoyed the video today. I loved hanging out with you, and I hope you enjoyed hanging out with me. Please subscribe and like the video and comment and share, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.